Okay, looking at number 2, guys, when you have to solve these by graphing, the very first issue we have is that they're not in slope-intercept form. Remember, slope-intercept form is y equals mx plus b. So we're going to go off to the side and solve both of these equations for y. So starting with that top equation, let's come over here. We're going to start with 2x plus 3y equals 12. Now, if I'm going to solve it for y, I've got to create my two sides. Remember, you have to move the 2x first. So I'm going to minus 2x. That's going to get my 3y is equal to negative 2x plus 12. Don't turn that into a 10x. You cannot combine the negative 2x and the 12. They're not like terms. Now, the next thing we're going to do, looking at the side with the y, is it's being multiplied by 3 right now. So we're going to come in and divide everything by 3. When I do that, I'm going to get y is equal to, guys, if you have negative 2x divided by 3, type the negative 2 divided by 3 in your calculator, and it's going to get you a long decimal. You're going to have to hit math, fraction, and then enter. That's going to turn it back into negative 2/3 x. Well, it's going to turn it back into negative 2/3, and then you put the x at the end. The next thing you're going to do, guys, is take 12 divided by 3. Well, 12 divided by 3 is a positive 4. So right there, we've got it in slope-intercept form. Realize your slope is the number in front of the x, so it's that negative 2/3. That's your rise over run. Your y-intercept is 4. So when we go to graph it, guys, you start with the y-intercept. We're going to go up to a positive 4. And from that spot right there, I'm going to rise negative 2. Well, that means I'm going to go down 2 and then over positive 3. I can go down 2 and over 3 again. Guys, if it's negative 2 over 3, I can also see it as 2 over negative 3. So I could go up positive 2 and back negative 3. Up positive 2 and back negative 3. Now once you have all those dots, you can connect it. And again, forgive me, I'm using technology devices at home, so this is hard to make that straight line, but you get the idea. And guys, right there we've graphed our first problem. But since we're dealing with a system, we have to graph both of these. So now I start with 2x minus y equals 4. Well, guys, remember, before you graph it, you've got to get it back into this slope-intercept form. So to solve for y, we're going to minus 2x from each side. Make sure you bring down this negative y. Can't lose that negative sign. And then over on the right-hand side, we can't combine an x with a plain number, so that's going to be negative 2x plus 4. Now, keep going. We've got to solve it for y. Guys, right now there's a negative 1 sitting here in front that we're going to have to come and divide everything by negative 1. That's going to get us a positive y is equal to, now on the other side, when you do negative 2x divided by negative 1, guys, a negative divided by a negative is a positive 2x, and then 4 divided by negative 1 is going to get us negative 4. So we have our slope is 2, and remember, you want to write it as a fraction, so really we can think of it as 2 over 1, and our y-intercept is the number there at the very end, so our y-intercept is negative 4. So to graph this, we're going to go down to 4, make our dot, and then from that point we're going to move the slope. So we're going to go up 2 and over 1, rise 2 and run 1. And if I do it again, right there's that magic. Those points just overlapped, guys. So come in and make your straight line. You've now graphed the system. You've got a line for each graph. And the answer is this point right here in the very middle where they touched, where they intersected. So the question is, what is that ordered pair? So we come back in, and we need to figure out what x value it's at. So it's over at 3. So I'm going to put 3 comma, and it's up at 2. So it's going to be at 3 comma 2. And that right there is your final answer.